Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me tutorial to get ready for a wedding. So if you guys are interested in how I got this look, then just keep watching. All right, it'll look a little rough, but this is our starting point. I have skincare and sunscreen on currently. Normally I do my hair before I do my makeup, but I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with my hair, and I want to wear my extensions, so I don't want to have those in for like 12 hours. So Leo's here. I did go get a spray tan the other day, so I have some color to my face. So I am gonna mix some foundations to get kind of like a good match. Okay, to start for my base, I'm doing my Smashbox Primerizer, which now comes in like a tube package, a silver package. So if you're looking for it, that's what it's gonna look like, which I'm actually excited about because then it's travel friendly. And my NARS Radiance Primer. I'm just gonna put a little bit of each of those in here. And we're gonna put those all over the face. And a little bit down the neck here. I have kind of like a one strap, one shoulder dress that I'm gonna wear today. So I am going to bring this down a little bit just to, and with the spray tan, like obviously it's not as dark on my face, like just from washing my face the last 2 days, but I wanna make sure that everything blends nice. I'm going to use a lot of my Tatcha Silk Canvas to smooth out the wrinkles in my forehead, which won't be there soon because I gotta get Botox. So I'm hoping to vlog that experience for you guys. Never been to this spa, so I don't know if they'll let me film in there, but if they do, I will be doing that. But this is just going to smooth everything out. Give us a nice, good starting point. I got way too much. So we'll blend the rest of that in. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna go in like a little bit of a weird order, but we'll get everything done. So, okay, so primer, then we're gonna do our foundation. I have a lot of things crammed on my tiny little table right here. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Punjab. So this is kind of like gonna be my tan summer foundation. Don't look at my hands too closely. I know the spray tan is very much there on the palms of my hands. They like ran out of the barrier cream when I was already in there, and I was like, I'm not gonna go ask for more. I'm just gonna risk it. Okay, come on, come on. I'm just putting a touch, because that's all that's left, of my Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation on there. This is in the shade Biscuit. Okay. This is gonna seem excessive. All right, and then a little bit of It Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair Light. This guy, seen better days. We are almost empty. Gotta get every last drop of that out of there. And then to make it a little more neutral, but not too neutral because I'm quite golden on the body. But we're gonna do the LA Girl Pro Color Mixing Foundation Mixing Pigment in blue, and that just neutralizes everything. So we have a little bit of everything on our palette here. We're gonna blend that all together and use a beauty blender that's dirty. I know. I needed to wash my beauty blenders, but I didn't want to wash them last night because I hate using a fresh beauty blender like before like a big event. Anybody who uses beauty blenders knows what I'm talking about, but it is a tan one, so it's not as dirty as it appears. This is not pink. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend that all out with a damp beauty blender. This color is perfect. Okay, that color looks so good. Like, I'm basically a mixologist. Okay, so I have a little bit left on my palette. I like to keep this and save it for the end, so that way if I have any touching up I need to do, it's the right shade and I can just touch up anything. And then once I put my dress on, if I want to take it down a little bit lower, I've never worn this dress. It's brand new, so I don't really know quite where it hits. So we might need that in the end. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with some Shape Tape. This is the Ultra Creamy. This is in the shade Fairlight Neutral. We're gonna put this under the eye, on the nose, a little on the chin. Okay, and then I have some pimples, so we're just gonna I kind of have a lot right now. Great, perfect timing, thank you. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend out mostly those like zit ones. Do that first. I didn't really realize how many I had. I should have done like a little pre-treatment there, but we're already in it. Already in it. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of Fair Neutral. Just a dab right at this like inner corner of my eye to brighten up that area. I'm gonna blend that outside first to the surrounding area, and then I'll come back and do the inside area so that it stays in that area that I want it to be. Okay, see how it's much brighter in that area than like down here? That's what we want. Okay, now I'm gonna go in, same Shape Tape. This is in Tandy Honey. We're gonna use this as our contour slash bronzer. We're gonna sculpt out our nose. Okay, and then for the nose area, we're gonna blend the bronzer part first on the outside. And this is all done with the same sponge. I don't switch them out. Okay, then we're gonna blend the top part. We're pretty much just gonna go up and down with that so that that product stays where it is, but gets blended. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bottom. And this we are gonna blend a little side to side. So you can see there, that's where we had that. So you can see it's blended out, but it's still giving us that contour. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our blush. We are going to use the e.l.f. Putty Blush in, I have no idea what color you are, Tahiti. Don't mind the dirtiness of this. Quick flash, just a nice pinky color. I'm gonna take the side of my beauty blender and pick it up with that. This is a cream blush. We're just gonna put a little bit on the upper cheekbone area, because I do have a powder blush that I'm gonna put on just a little bit. You know, because like weddings and stuff, you're taking pictures, so you want to do a little more emphasis on like your color products. So day to day, I don't normally put a blush on top of a cream blush, but for pictures and stuff, just to make that color pop a little bit better, especially with a flash, it's going to drown you out. So we're going to do that. Okay. Normally I would set right now, but we're going to go into eyes. So that way, if there's any mistakes, I can easily correct it without having to mess with any powder. Quick little drink. We're going to use Natasha Denona palettes today, because it's a fancy occasion, so we use the fancy lady today. I'm just cleaning them quick so they don't look so gross. We're going to use the Glam palette, and we're going to use the Glam Face palette. Clearly I have an obsession with those. Let me open it up for you so you can see. One is more of like a neutrals and cool tones, and one is a little bit warmer, but like very everyday wearable shades. Here we go. So we're gonna start with the transition in the big Glam palette and a big fluffy brush. We're gonna take that all the way up to the brow bone. Okay, next we're gonna go into the face palette and we're gonna pick up the transition color. Same fluffy brush. We're just gonna kind of follow where we put that nose contour with this one. And then we're gonna taper it down a little bit. So like upper brow bone area, but then like the bottom of the brow here on the inside corner. We're gonna blend the outside a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna switch to a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of blend from the eye palette and a little bit of crease from the face palette. And we're gonna concentrate that in the crease, but a little more on like the brow bone. So like the upper crease. Just gonna kind of windshield wiper with that one, but then buff a little, circular buffing, just to make sure it's nice and blended in, and bring it down in that outer corner a little bit. Okay, I think I need a little more warmth. Okay, so the smoke in the face palette is a little bit warmer of like a chocolatey brown than it is in the face, the eye palette. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. So I'm just gonna take this thickly packed brush and we're just gonna set it down here. I'm not blending at all, I'm just packing the product on there. Just making sure we're about even. I think we are, maybe a little bit more on the lash line here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with that last blender brush we used and really kind of just blend out like the inner part where it's like in the middle of the eye. And then the top edge. But we want to keep that product on the lower outer corner, the darkest. So we're not really going to touch that. We're just going to gently go kind of around the edges. And then I'm just going to pack a little bit right there just to get any fallout or anything like that. But we're not blending. No like side to side or anything. Just kind of pack and then blend the edges. Okay, that looks good. It looks good on camera too. That looks so tan, it's so nice. Okay, for the inner corner, I do want to keep it nice and bright. The shimmers in these palettes are like wonderful. Chef's kiss, beautiful. However, the ones in the face palette are so reflective, whereas these are very reflective, but they're just more like shimmery. So the ones in the face palette are much more metallic. I'm going to take, let's see, probably center eyelid from the eye palette and put that in the center eyelid. And I'm using a brush. Now, if you want these to have more color payoff, you can wet your brush or you can use your finger. These talons don't really allow me to get in the corner too much. And I want the precision application, so I'm gonna use a brush. We're just gonna put that on the center, and then we're gonna just kind of like pat at the edge of that dark brown. What are you doing, child? Leo's like behind the curtain making all sorts of noise. Okay, that looks good. So then I'm gonna go in with the brightest shade, inner corner. I'm gonna switch to a smaller shader brush. By the way, these flat brushes are the best for packing on shimmery eyeshadows. You see that metallic there? Yeah. Nice and bright. Take a little bit in the inner corner there. Okay, and then we have a little bit of fallout from that, so we're just gonna dust that away. And because we didn't set anything with powder underneath, if we need to go in and add a little bit more concealer or foundation or whatever, we can do that if we need to. Okay, I'm going to do the under eye now. I'm gonna take a nice fluffy, this one's nice and fat, pencil brush. And I'm gonna pick up that crease color from the face palette and just swipe that all the way under the eye. That's it. Okay, and since we did that darker shade on the upper lid, I am going to grab a smaller, we'll use this shader. Oh wait, no, I'll use this pencil brush. A much smaller pencil brush, and I'm gonna pick up that same smoke color and just focus it right on the outer lower lash line. And we can connect it up to the top if we need to. You can just see I'm only going about 1/3 of the way in on the lower part with that dark shade. Okay, and then if you need to blend again, you can use that fluffy pencil brush. And then I'm just gonna take a brush and sweep away any fallout. A good brush to have for any fallout from eyeshadow is one that has 2 different types of bristles. So this has the short bristles in there, but then it has the long ones, and those long ones are really good for getting in there and getting those tiny little particles of eyeshadow that have fallen down. Okay, we are done with eyeshadow. I'm trying to determine, I think I want to set. I think it's time. Okay, so I am going to just go back in with my Beauty Blender one more time, and I'm just going to pat all over just to smooth out any foundation or our other cream products that may have settled into any fine lines. I'm going to take the pointed edge under my eye, and then since there's a little bit of product left on there, it kind of cleans up the outer edge here of our eyeshadow. Okay, so to set today, I am using the Too Faced Peach Perfect mixed with, I don't remember, oh, Beauty Bakery translucent setting powder. I mixed them together in one tub. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. Start in the chin area. I'm not really setting, I'm putting heavier product on right now, but I'm going to wipe it away. I just want the powder to set more in the center of my face. That looks good. Then we're going to go in with Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This is in the shade 2 since I have spray tan. And 2 is often what I use like in the summer too. Okay, so we're going over that same area we just set, and we're going to take any of the excess powder with it. We're going to sweep under the eyes. So we don't want any extra powder under there. That's just going to add to cakiness and make you look really old under the eyes. So get that powder away from there. Okay, next we're going to go in with a little more bronzer. We're going to use the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in Tantric. We're going to take a nice fluffy blending brush. We're going to go over the spots that we put that liquid, it's concealer, but liquid bronzer on. Okay, and then for our nose, I switched brushes. This is actually, I think technically, yeah, an eyeshadow brush. It's by Luxie Brushes 207 medium angled shading. So it's like a shader brush, but it's like the perfect size for my nose contour. So the tiniest amount, because you can still see that nose contour. Just gonna gently go over. Like the lightest hand. That's it. Okay. For blush, I have an Essence blush. This is Befitting is the color. So it's close to that e.l.f. one that we used earlier. And I'm going to use a nice, like a fluffy brush. And just kind of go over in that same area. Looks good. Okay. I do have a little spot right here. Use my sponge. Fix that. Okay. Now, brows? Brows or lashes first? Let's do lashes because if I rest my hand, I want to be able to do my lashes easily. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Epic Ink Liner and do a tiny line on my upper lash line. I messed up the tiny lines, so it's not so tiny, but whatever. Side turned out all right. You know, the eyes, matching eyebrows, eyeliner, shadow, matching side to side. It's tough. It's tough. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes. Then we are going to go in with the Kiss Falscara. If you guys have TikTok or Instagram Reels, I'm sure you have seen this all over the place. I have been using this stuff at least a year at this point, and it is good. Like, it is good. I've not had a lot of occasions last year, but these work so well, and they're so much easier than like strip lashes, trust me. But I'm gonna use the Natural Wispies multi-pack today. That's what they look like. Come on, focus on them, not me. There we go. I had lengthening ones, but I didn't have, all of those packs have like short, medium, long, and I had mostly long, and I didn't want them all that long. So we're gonna do wispies today instead. Okay, so I just like to curl my eyelashes so they blend a little bit better with those. Okay, and then what you do, you get the Falscara product and you put the bond on first. Okay, with my eye shape and my slightly hooded eyes, I like to give myself more of like a doll eye instead of cat eye. So I start with some mediums on the outside, then I do longs in the middle, then like one medium and then a short on the inner corner. So I have 2 packs here, old one and a new one. But I have a few left in this one, so I'm going to use them up. So what I'm going to try to talk through this, but it's kind of hard. Kind of got to focus. Okay. You got to work quickly. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of the bond and put that on underneath here. And you just put it on like mascara. And I do about half. And then I'm going to take a short one first. Or a medium. Sorry. Medium. And you're going to grab it close to the lash band. And you're going to put it on underneath. Close to your lash line as possible. And sandwich it together, okay? Then we're gonna grab a long one. Same thing. And if you want, you can use the tool they give you. So that's with 2 on. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to grab a makeup wipe so I can remove any glue off the applicators because sometimes you'll have it positioned perfectly, and if there's glue on your applicator, it'll stick to your applicator and remove itself from your lash. So I'm gonna keep doing this. I gotta work kind of quickly, so I'll do the other half and show you what it looks like. All right, I have one eye done. That's what it looks like. I ended up doing a medium, 2 longs, 1 medium, and 1 short. And if for some reason it's too wide, you can always cut them to shorten them. But this is what it looks like. See from the top how well it blends. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side and then I'll be back. All right, lashes are all the way on. Here's what they look like. Looks good. So what you want to do once you have them all on, you want to go through and just squeeze and make sure they're sandwiched together with your natural lashes. Clean your applicator as needed. I just use a makeup remover wipe, and it does a good job getting the glue off of there. Go through, make sure everything's together all the way. Okay, once you have done that, then you're gonna go back in with this. You're gonna go back in with seal. So you're gonna go underneath with the seal. And you're gonna just kind of more so like pat it on. You're not gonna be able to like comb it through, but just pat it on mostly at the base. Maybe bring it up halfway, because this stuff helps get rid of like the stickiness too, so that way you're not sticking to your lower lashes too. And then you just let that dry. If you were wanting to wear these for multiple days, which these I could probably wear all day tomorrow. They're probably not all gonna come off tonight. You can seal them with the Fulscara Overnighter, and it'll make them last like multiple days. So if you're like going on a 3-day weekend or whatever and you want lashes the whole time, you can do that, and it works really well. You'll want to take the stuff with you, so that way if you have any kind of starting to detach, you can just fix it quickly. Okay, now we're gonna zoom out a little bit and we're gonna do our brows. So I'm just gonna let that glue finish drying before I do my lower lashes. So this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. We're just gonna comb our brows up. I almost said lashes. Comb our brows up and then fill them in. All right, so now that my brows are filled in, they actually look pretty symmetrical, so that's good. It's always an accomplishment. I'm going to set them down with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. We just kind of comb this through, comb the tail down. And then I like to go in with my fingers and just kind of press it in. Okay. Now we're gonna finish the lashes, eyes. I'm gonna go in with my Trestique eyeliner in the lower waterline. And then I have my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Mascara. And I'm going to put that on my lower lashes. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this on the inner corner here and get just my little baby lashes on the top as well. I have one that has a little bit of glue on it, so there we go. Okay, so that's what our eyes look like and our face. So I'm going to actually finish getting ready and then I'll come back and we'll do our lips and do our highlight right before we walk out the door. So I'll be back. All right, you guys, I'm back to do my finishing touches. I'm gonna go in with Anywhere Caffeine by Makeup Forever. Okay, so I did a nice thick line all the way around my lips, and then what I'm gonna do is go in with the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Unbutton. This is a very light nude. I'm gonna do just a couple dabs in the center there. Rub it together, and then I'm gonna just take my finger and just blot it out. Okay, that looks good. Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Color Riche Plump and Shine Coconut Plump. This is by L'Oreal. And we're just gonna put a little bit of that in the middle. Just add a little bit of like juiciness to our lips. Okay, that looks good for the lips. Then for highlight, I'm gonna go in with Becca Champagne Pop. I still have it in a Becca palette, but Smashbox now makes it if you're looking for the same highlight. And I'm just gonna put under the eye, on that high point of the cheekbone, right above the brow on the inside. And then I'm gonna go in with my finger and just dab on my nose a little bit in the points where we put that concealer. And I'm gonna go a little higher on the nose, like my nose has a little dip in, so that's where I'm gonna put it just to make it come out a little bit. Optical illusion there. And then I'm just gonna go over with the brush slightly. I should have put a little bit on my Cupid's bow before I did my lips, but that's okay. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter and set everything down. And then I'm gonna just kind of blot that in with my Beauty Blender just to make sure we don't have any like heavy spots of spray. Okay. Everything looks good. One thing I did notice is I had a little white spot. I already put my mascara away, but I had a little white spot on one of my lashes, so I'm just going to use my liquid liner. But just putting a little mascara on it works too. Okay, so let me zoom you out. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.